What is up, crumbs, and welcome back to yet another Isaac kind of issues video. Today, as you can see and probably read by the freaking title, we are doing a tier list. I don't know why, but I seriously ran out of videos to make. Or I wanted to do a challenge, but I didn't really know what to do. So I did this because I don't know, I've never done a tier list before in my life, and it's Isaac related, so it kinda counts. I'm going to be ranking these on my personal opinion, from S being of course the best, and F being of course the worst. And we're gonna start off simple, of course, with the first character you start with, Isaac. Just regular old Isaac. Also, this is only normal characters, not tainted characters. If you wanna see tainted characters, then let me know in the comments. And Isaac is pretty standard character. I mean, at the start of the game, he is kind of nowhere, because you don't start with a D6, you have to unlock it. But once you get D6, you start rolling. No pun intended with D6 itself. He has decent stats. I mean, he has 3 health, he has the regular damage, speed, tiers, all that. And what makes him good, of course, is just the fact that he has D6 and 3 health, which is all pretty decent. And I do think regular Isaac is really good, and most people would know. But I don't know if he is literally the best. Like, I don't think he's the best, but he is still really goddamn good. So I'm gonna have him in A tier, but he is probably extremely goddamn close to S tier. I do think he's good. He's always really fun to play anyways. Now let's move on to Maggie, or Magdalene, or Isaac Mom, or whatever you want to call her, the Fanas. So she is more beefier with more health, but she is more slower. She also gets Yum Heart, which can give her more health. So therefore she kinda makes up for the low speed start. He is extremely good at getting the sacrifice rooms. I'll give her that. That is the one thing that she kind of demolishes at. It's the stupid sacrifice rooms. You can go in and take a lot of hearts, use the Yum Heart, get even more hearts, and blah 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 blah. And she's basically the best for fucking, I don't know, angels. And she does look like her mother, and the mother did go to Christianity, so it fits. Although I don't really like her as much as I like Isaac. I do still think her low speed completely fucks her up a bit. So I know she's been used for speedruns though, which is pretty fun, but I don't really like her in general. It took me a while to finish her, not because it was that difficult, just because she's fucking boring as hell. So you're going to see. She's okay, just I don't really like her. Let's move on to Cain. Okay, Cain is actually really fun. He has a slight damage buff, he has 1 less heart container than normal Isaac, giving him 2 hearts. And he starts with a trinket that lets him get free golden fucking chests. So he can open like above all chests. And a little damage boost and all that is really good. And also really fun to play. But I don't know if he's better than normal Isaac, or even at the same level of him. I think it's both equally as fun as him. You just get more items, you have decent stats. This guy is just speed, killing, and you get free treasure chests. Move on to Samson, my boy. My little anger issue boy. Samson's pretty interesting. He has this whole item where when he takes damage, he gets a slight buff. I'm not gonna go full detail into how much buffs he gets, he just becomes stronger. And having 3 heart containers is good for him as well. Most at the start, what you would do is when you start in the game, you go to a curse room, you go back in, back out, back in, back out, and then you have someone order food, so you have to go pick up the fucking food, you know. So Samson is fun. He's mostly, like I said, you go in and out from the curse rooms and you get those buffs, and then you like clear through the room. And of course, every single time of a new room, you have to do the whole damage thing again, because he resets. It's like if you get more damage or more health, you'll be kind of doing a lot, but sometimes don't really want to get hit. I mean, even if you do get it, you think like, yeah, it's fine, I got hit. I got hit in the fucking heart by a monster, now I'm stronger. But you miss your angel chance in your devil deal room. Now what the fuck? It's pretty funny how you unlock him though. You unlock him by not taking damage in 2 floors, I think. But then what you do with him is you take the most damage to get stronger. The reverse psychology there is fucking wonderful. He's fun, he's once again, I think he's better than Magdalene. I I completed him before her. That shows a whole lot. So he's not the best. I mean, he could be really good, but no, I think he's in B tier form. In my opinion, I don't think he's the best. Still think Cain is funnier or better. Let's go to the thing that most little winner bags will agree it could be one of the best, because I don't really have to fucking explain. Motherfucker starts with a tiny little brimstone beam that is just demolishes most things in its path. He has flight and he has high speed. He has 3 black hearts, which of course when killed can destroy everything around it. But the only little bad thing about him is, first of all, he has no heart containers, he just has black hearts. So if you run out of them, you're kind of screwed. The range is a little shit, so you have to go get your own range items. And of course damage is the one thing that's extremely fucking good. And he's of course known to be a fucking speedrunner. Motherfucker can just speedrun through so much. We can all agree we use Azazel to fucking get forgotten. Let's all agree on that. Let's all agree on that. So he is, I think he's S tier. I mean, I like him. Most of the players like him. I used to think he was the best till I grew up from that childish state. So right now I think he's just in A tier. It's probably a bit better than Cain. But yeah, this guy is pretty goddamn fucking busted. If you start the game, you want to have him. Let's move on to Mr. Emo Pimo. So don't ask why some of them are laying down. I couldn't really get them standing up. You know, they broke their legs. With a big fall, they come down, but it's fine. It's fine. So Eve is actually quite interesting. Eve is pretty fun. What she has doesn't have the most hearts, but she does have her little birdie, and her whole reason for not having too many hearts is because she has a little item that makes so we're extremely low, and maybe I think 1 heart. On 1 heart, then you become giga strong and you can mostly plow through everything. That's the whole risk thing. Low health, high damage. But when you're back to full health, then you have low damage. So it's like, which state do you want to stay in? And of course, every little bird you can do some damage from here and there. She is really good, but I don't think she's better than these 3. Not at all. I think she's better than Samson. So I'm gonna put her in B tier at the moment. Judas, my boy. Back to the whole low health, high damage reward. But Judas has a whopping 1 health container, but does way more damage. I mean, his damage stat is high, and he gets the Devil Book, which even gives him more damage. But it can be killed pretty goddamn easily. But of course, when you start from the beginning, you have your high damage, so all you need to focus on is basically health. And then you got yourself a pretty busted character. He's also extremely fun and easy to use in greed mode, because then if you stay in the same room multiple times and just use the book over and over, you're gonna become wank powerful, like one-shot everything. This only works in Repentance though, because if you do this in Afterbirth, they don't really stack on. Trust me, I realized that the hard way. But he is definitely really goddamn fun. Put him in S tier though. I mean, he is really good. He has high ass damage, and I do like damage. But I don't know if I should kill him in S tier. Oh, it's difficult to choose. He's going in S tier. No, I'm a sucker for high damage. I am a sucker for high damage, seeing how much I can make him just vanish like that with 1 bullet. So, congratulations, Judas, you are our first S tier because you bribed me with high damage. Congratulations. Okay, let's move on to Mr. Random. So, Eden in general is very quirky and interesting character because he's fully random. The thing that makes him a little funny is I didn't even realize before, but he does have Eden tokens. You need to win a different character to get more tokens. Because if you don't have any tokens, then Mr. Random is he's gone. But he's basically what you said, Mr. Random. You start the game and you get this guy with complete random shit. His hairstyle can be beautifully gorgeous. He can be bald, he can look like grandpa, he can look like this. He can get really goddamn random items. They can be from OP, they can be fucking mega brimstone to small shit, to random stats as well. He's literally just the definition of random. And it can be pretty fun, I don't like him that much, to be honest with you. I don't like him, the randomness that much. He can be really fun, don't get me wrong. but I don't think he should go to A. Give me the B or C tier. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this random because he's so random. I don't know which one to put him in. We're gonna go random as well. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna close my eyes, and Mr. Random is gonna know how it feels, okay? And 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, he's in C tier, yep. Close my eyes. So there, Mr. Random, you got your random choice. And you're now in C tier. Okay, let's move on to Lazarus, which used to really suck a lot. No, not Tick. No, not Tick. She used to suck at the game until she received a certain buff, which made her way better than she was. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I unlocked her the first time, I thought she was just Isaac with brown hair. I thought she was just Isaac with brown hair, nothing else. Till realizing she had an extra life, and when you die, you become mad. Yeah, but you start with a little pill in the game. You have some decent HP, you have decent stats, just regular stats. It's that extra health that makes it interesting. Is because later on, when you do die, you would transform into this little rabbit person with higher damage, higher speed, and you leave a blood trail. But you do lose one heart container. And after you clear the path and jump back down into the next floor, you come back as normal Laz, but you have less heart container and you get the one extra life back again. So if you continue making it, you can just continue becoming crazy. So this character is actually more usable now. So I'm actually gonna put her in. I still don't really like her as much. It's just a very good needed buff. Put her in B tier. Yeah, she's in B tier. She's good. She's definitely better, but she can't beat my 3 boys. Okay, Bethany is actually really fun and really good. Specifically because of one reason. And we all know is when we play this game, we make it to the end of first, second floor, we get a devil deal. This character has her angel book and you get start off with an angel deal. And that itself, getting a first angel item in the second floor is already beautiful. And the book she starts with itself, even if you pick a devil deal, you can still go angel. It allows you to get first angel, and even if you take a devil deal, you can still get angel. It's just that good. And the active item itself, I mean, it spawns these little wisps around that shoot that can be decent, but the combos they can have is it acts like a second layer. You can get another active item and they just pop up together like a fusion, and then you can get so many different kind of wisps. You can get bomb wisp, fire wisp, homing wisps, charging wisps, standing still wisps. I don't know, she's very fun and cool. I really enjoy this character. Therefore she is in A tier, in front of my boy Cain. I'm sorry Cain, but this character is kind of busted. Okay, Lilith. Google, shut the fuck up, I think. Lilith is actually really fun. She doesn't shoot from her eyes. She can't see you, sadly. But the one good thing is, since she can't see you, you can check her out without getting damage, you know? You can even smack her ass. She gets a little incubus, which is basically you, but flying. Yeah, but her active item is what makes her really good. It is Friends in a Box, or the fuck it's called. And it basically doubles all your familiars for one certain room. So you can, if you ever feel like you need a double of you, then you click on it and you get 2 incubus shooting. And remember, the incubus is used so they can get any kind of tiers. And it also happens for every familiar, so you can get as many familiars as possible. You can have 2 brother Bobby, you can have 2 sister Maggie. So her Friend in a Box can be really OP, and if you have the item that can make you get, I don't know, I have to fucking Google it, hold up. If you get the battery, then you can, it stores energy, you can get multiple charges. I mean, you can use it twice. You can use Friend in a Box 2 times and get 3 familiars attacking for you. So 3 incubuses if you really want to. My favorite place to at least use this character for me is greed mode. Yet again greed mode, yeah. Is that she's kind of busted in greed mode. So you know you have around 11 rounds of greedier mode. And the charge in repentance needs 3. You know, you go in, you instantly use your step on it, you get 3 charges again, you use it 2 times. Now if you use it, you're on round 3. You wait some more, you're on round 6, you have 3 of them. Round 9 you have 4 of them. And then you can have 4, or maybe if you're lucky and somehow get more, you can have maybe 5. 4 or 5, depends on what fucking energy point, if you have the fucking battery familiar with you. Basically you can become a fucking turret in greedier mode with this character. It makes her so fun with it. So in greedy mode she's kind of, you really gotta busted. Try her in greedy mode, I promise you, you will enjoy it. And in regular she is also really fun. But I do like her way more in greedier mode. So therefore I'm gonna put her in A tier yet again. I don't think she's the best. She's really fun, but not the best. Okay, my boy. My boy. My boy lost. Okay, so this isn't tainted lost, so I don't have to shit on you as much. But regular lost, oh my god, fucking love him. He is so much fun to play. You have flight, you have spectral tears, and you have your holy mantle. I mean, you can tank ahead without even taking any, I don't know, hearts losing, and you can get free devil deals. And you have eternal D6, which is like a fucking off-brand version of fucking D6 normally. Do I have to explain more why it's really good? You can fly around, you can hide behind things, you can shoot through those things you're hiding behind if you need to be a pussy. You can maybe risk a bad item, example, if they give you health, which you can't take, or flight, which you already have, you can use Eternal D6, and even if it does disappear, it didn't really matter. And then of course Eternal D6 is good in general, kind of. And you get free devil items. So this guy, in my opinion, I think is so fun. Sometimes when you get hit by a Holy Mantle, you don't have to worry, he's going to next room, you have it again. But when you lose the Holy Mantle and you still fight in the room, then the panic kinda hits. If you get another Holy Mantle or a wooden cross, then you gain extra protection. He is so fun. I think he's even more fun than... I like him more than regular Isaac. I do. I really do. I think regular Lost is extremely fun to play. Even though this guy has D6 and more health, he doesn't have flight, he doesn't have spectral tears, he doesn't get free devil items. So they're kind of the same. I mean, he's literally the fucking ghost of this guy, so they are kind of the same, but you get my point. Regular Lost is really fun. Now he's taking the lead of the A tier battle. Blue Baby, my shitty shit boy. My shitty shit boy. I recently made, or maybe not recently, maybe a month or weeks ago, I made a video showing this guy having 100% power. And me like basically abusing the little larva, which is the reason he's good now. He got his new buff. Made him get a little larva, and the larva, if you don't know, is you get a fly from each poop. It's a trinket, but the trinket is in him. And when I use the poopy trail, he basically an army of flies, but ignore the challenge that. Let's go regularly. He has a little larva. He gets flies from poops. And since he has the active item poop, which kind of sucks, but you can get a free singular fly every room. Or if you want to be a badass, you can save them all. And then when you go to the boss room, you get all them flies and do some extra damage. And now he's more usable in devil rooms. And like normally you have to like pay for 3 soul hearts if you want to get devil item. 2, 3. But now they changed it finally, and now a 1 is 2. I mean, a 1 is 1, and then you have a 2, it can be 2. Basically, you won't be able to sacrifice 3 hearts anymore like you did have to before. He's more usable in devil rooms, because normally when I play them, I never went to fucking devil rooms, because it's gonna fucking suck out all my hearts out like fucking shitty Morbius movies. Now he's actually more usable, and it's a little bit fun with a little larva effect. So, and also, if you get another little larva trinket, you get 2 flies from poops, which makes it kind of more fun to use. So I think it's really good. Do I think he's better than Lazarus buff? No. Normally if this was old, then I would definitely put him around fucking E to F tier, but now he's better. We're gonna put him in C tier. Okay, what do we have here? Keeper. Oh, Keeper. Oh, Keeper. You're not a keeper for me, I'm not gonna keep you ever. If this was tainted versions, then you'll be walking it up. All will be tainted. But since this is not tainted, yeah, you're kinda going no, I don't think it's that. Keeper is a pain in the ass to deal with, because it doesn't have regular hearts, it has 2 coin hearts, and his unlocks are kind of bogus. You defeat Hush with him, you get a singular coin at start. Yeah, lovely. You have 2 coin hearts, and everything costs money for you. You have to buy treasure items, you have to buy shop items normally, like you always would do. The only good thing is that he starts with a triple shot, so he shoots 3 tiers, and all hearts decay into fucking flies that fight for you. I mean, he can also be good for sacrifice rooms, depending on, because the sacrifice room can sometimes drop 1,000,000 coins, and you can use those coins to keep on sacrificing. Otherwise, I don't really like him. It was a pain for me to deal with him. So he's on an ether, man. I'm sorry, I do not like Keeper at all, but he's not the worst. He still has triple shot, gives him a bit of an advantage. You just gotta save your coins and you're basically good. And now my boy Forgotten. Oh, my boy Forgotten. I actually love you. Forgotten is going, I don't even care what the fuck you say, he's going to Esther. He's going to Esther, yeah, he is. Forgotten, in my opinion, is one around Lost, is my favorite character. Lost and Forgotten are both of my favorite characters. I would put Lost higher up, but it's not the best, he's just really fun. Well, Forgotten is fun, and the best. Let me explain to you why I think he's really good. First of all, he has a melee attack which can whack people's skulls off and then replace his skull with there and then keep collecting skulls. But now he whacks people, and he can also throw the bone if he wants to, which can lead to some pretty cool synergies, which I'm pretty sure I don't fully remember. You get Ipecac with her little bone. You can whack explosives and not take damage yourself. And of course the downside is he can only have bone hearts, which can take 2 hits, and then 1 more hit, the bone heart disappears. But worry not the less, if your skelly is about to die, you can Danny Phantom mode and leave his body and become a ghost. And the ghost is basically like regular Lost. I mean, he has soul hearts and he can take devil deals for free, he cannot take devil deals for free. He's just literally He's literally just soul heart floating baby. The reason I like it, the exact reason I think it's really good is because when you leave his body, you leave the Forgotten, the Forgotten becomes a fucking statue. He becomes a literal wall, a tiny wall. And what can the wall does? The wall can suck up all damage, and he doesn't take damage. The skeleton does not take damage while you're free. So most of the time, you can stay behind him and you shoot the enemy, while the enemy, example, then tries laser shooting you and he won't take damage. Example, the first time I unlocked Forgotten, I went in and I fought against Hush, leading to Delirium. I beat that first try because I kept abusing the power of the wall. So literally I just went into Ghost whenever I needed to. Sucked up the damage, I went out, smacked him, Ghost, sucked up damage, went out, smacked him. You get the point. Okay, now we're next to Apollyon. So Apollyon is... yeah, he's Apollyon. Apollyon is pretty interesting. Has 2 heart containers. He has basic stats. But it starts with an item called Void, which basically sucks up shit. You can suck up items. And the interesting thing is, if you suck up a active item, since Void is an active item, if you suck up, let's say, fucking the shovel, if you suck up the shovel with Void, every time you use Void again, it acts like a shovel. So you can continue using it and then you'll continue throwing shovels down. Or if it's an item that's not an active item and you suck it up, you basically just take random stats. So you can maybe get, I don't know, let's say you do get the battery again. You don't really want the battery because you don't need to fucking charge the shit that much. You suck it up, and instead of getting something you think is pointless, you can get speed, damage, tears, or shot speed. I don't remember if it gives you luck, but it basically buffs you up. So if you have something that's shit, you can suck it up and get better stats. Or if you want to stack up with the active items, you can continue using them and you might get into a fucking wreck of items, but yeah. His character can be pretty fun and chaotic, though I don't really like him that much. So he seems a little boring to me because he doesn't get that much of a start. What he does and how he does sounds really goddamn good, but when you play him, for me at least, I don't really get to experience the good things people talk about him. But I don't think it's the best, but he's good, so I'm gonna put him in B tier. And I saved best for last. Jacob and Esau. In my opinion, the most around for the regular characters, most painful shit I have ever experienced in my life. It was the last I had to complete. I died, and the last I had to complete was fucking Delirium, and doing Delirium with 2 hitboxes is probably the most painful shit I've ever experienced in my life. Even more painful than Tainted Lost. Even more painful than Tainted Jacob. Even more painful than Keeper. I have never had so much rage when I played this fucking character. He is not fun, he is boring as hell. You have to deal with 2 characters, you have to share your items. There's the only cool thing he can do is when you're going to fucking do Mother's Run. You're going to Ash Pit or fucking sewers, and you see the 2 items, one question mark and one real one. What you can do is perfectly time at the top and then go down in perfect time and hitting both items. It's the only thing that I think is cool, and he can drop double bombs for 1. Those are the only things, nothing more. Otherwise, this fucking character, I hate him so much. I swear to fucking God, I hate him. There's 2 of them, and I have 2 raccoons. And I shove one both up in each ass. They're both gonna fucking die, because the raccoons can fucking make their ass their home. I don't care what you say, what you think. This motherfucker is going down in F tier. I freaking, tricking, licking, dicking, hate those 2 brothers. I don't care if you can record a stepbrother video. I don't care what you can do with him. Even if he was a sex toy for me, I wouldn't fucking use him. I swear to fucking God. He actually sucks. Okay, well, that's the tier list. And no one managed to get the D. Very sad for all males indeed. And yeah, that is all. From worst being Jacob and Esau, and from, in my opinion, the best and favorite being Forgotten. Don't see anything else I can maybe add or maybe do a look around. I think this is the best as it could be. And I can't wait to see what everyone is going to fucking binge and whinge complain in the comment section. That's gonna be lovely. If this video managed to reach maybe, I don't know, 10 likes, I'll do it again, but with the tainted characters. Yeah, that is all for now. I hope you enjoyed, even maybe if you didn't, maybe if you screamed in your head this entire time while you were watching. And tell me if you agree or disagree. I would like to hear your opinions down in the comments below. And this is your host, MacGamer1 Sandwich. And I'll of course see you guys next time. Peace.